Hey friends, hope you're well. Right out of the box, iPhones are super powerful and ready to use, but there are amazing must-have accessories that will make your iPhone experience a whole lot better. I've bought hundreds of iPhone accessories over the years, and honestly, a lot of them were a waste of money. And so in this video, I'll share the 12 most favorite iPhone accessories that you'll probably also find useful too, so you're not wasting money on not so worthwhile accessories. They'll range from like a few dollars to $100, so it's relatively affordable, and they're all about maintaining and protecting and just getting the most out of your precious iPhone. Starting with some absolute essentials first, the very first one is a Zeiss wipe. They're small single-use wet linen wipes technically made for photographers and lenses, but I find that they work a treat on iPhone displays and lenses. They're great because they come pre-moistened and they do a really good job completely removing fingerprints and smudges. I personally find them more effective than a dry microfiber cloth, but I do use both depending on how dirty the lenses or the display is. If it's extra smudgy, I'll pull out one of these bad boys. And fun fact, I believe Zeiss wipes are actually used by the Apple Maps team for cleaning the camera lenses on their street mapping cars. And you can also get a pack of about 200 off Amazon for like $30 or even less. They last me well over a year, and considering I use them almost daily, it's a pretty good purchase. There is nothing more annoying than a scuffed up iPhone display, so the next accessory is a solid screen protector. There are lots of screen protectors out there, and some Apple stores even offer to install Belkin screen protectors for you, but after testing quite a few over the years, I find that the Spigen Easy Fit to be one of the best screen protectors. A big reason is the easy install process. So basically all you have to do is press down and then slide, then wait 30 seconds, and then peel off the protective layer. And I find that the screen protector doesn't affect the display unlike other screen protectors. It still feels pretty natural and responsive. I'll be the first to admit I should have probably put one on earlier on this iPhone 16 Pro because the amount of hairline scratches it already has is insane. And by the way, I'll make sure to drop all the links to all the accessories in the description box for convenience. Unless you want to live life on the edge and daily a naked iPhone, the next accessory is a solid iPhone case. I've gone through a lot of cases, from slim ones to cheap cases off Amazon, and I just keep coming back to Apple's silicone MagSafe case. It's been my go-to for a while now. I personally find that it looks great, it feels awesome and grippy in hand, and of course it's MagSafe compatible. The only downside I find is the silicone tends to chip off and break from the side, so it looks old and beat up quickly, but some may say it adds character. To make the most out of your MagSafe case, it's absolutely worth investing into Apple's MagSafe charger for two main reasons. It gives you access to faster wireless charging by aligning the phone's MagSafe magnets to the charger here. I just plop it onto it every night for a charge, and it's super convenient. And the second reason is that it gives you access to Apple's beautiful standby mode, which is sort of like a smart clock when it's charging and is a great desk companion while working. I've also got my MagSafe stuck onto GroveMade's wooden stand here, and I find that it elevates the look on a desk. Also, quick pro tip, it is worth setting your maximum iPhone charge to 90% to help preserve the long-term battery life. Now, the next couple of accessories are more unique. This thing is called the Brick, and it's pretty genius. It saves me from wasting a ton of time on my iPhone. So the concept is simple. You open up the Brick app, choose the distraction apps that you want to continue using, and then you scan the Brick to block all other apps. Then the point is to leave the block elsewhere, and then once you've smashed out all your work, you can then use the Brick again and unblock all your apps. You can technically do this like digitally on your phone, but having a physical blocker makes a world of a difference. So if you get easily distracted and want to lock in, the Brick might be worth checking out. Now, this is the DJI Mic Mini, and if you want to record higher quality audio on your phone, it's a must. All you do is connect the USB-C adapter onto the bottom of the receiver, attach it to the iPhone, pair it up with one of the wireless microphones, and you've got really decent quality audio. And the audio you're hearing right now actually comes from this tiny wireless microphone. What do you think? Does it sound any good? It comes in this really solid carry case and charger, and I've been using it recently to capture high quality audio when the iPhone's inbuilt microphones just don't cut it. The next accessory I've begun using more regularly is this iPhone camera grip. So there's of course nothing wrong with just snapping a photo by holding the iPhone with your hands, but by adding this grip on, it changes the ergonomics and the overall photo taking experience. It helps steady the shot thanks to the ergonomics of this grip, and it's especially useful for video. And by adding the grip, it turns an already great mobile camera into an incredible one, to the point where I'd happily use only an iPhone to record log video or raw photos on a holiday. I was planning to buy the pricier Shift Cam grip at $150, but it was sold out everywhere. But after using this one, which is like only $30 off Amazon, it gets the job done for a fraction of the price. And for the camera and vertical filmmakers out there, this strange looking thing is an essential. It's the Stalman Clamp and turns your iPhone into a multi-use video tool by giving it a bunch of 1/4-inch mounting points for tripods, gimbals, and things like that. There's a genius L-shaped USB-C adapter so you can connect up a microphone or a power bank while mounting this to a tripod, for example. But yeah, it's a great accessory if you're serious about vertical filmmaking, and now that iPhones can shoot log video, the videos that come out of the iPhone are amazing, and so there's probably more use for something like this with a bunch of mounting points. Next up is this portable iPhone charger, which I find is a must when traveling. This one is pretty small and portable, yet it has a big 10,000 milliamp capacity, so I can charge my iPhone twice over. And it helps that it has an included USB-C cable, so that's one less thing to bring. It also has a wireless charger for my AirPods or Apple Watch, for example. A portable charger has saved me from a dead iPhone so many times when there wasn't a war outlet in sight, and I'll be carrying one until one day, hopefully, the iPhones get multi-day battery life. Along with the portable charger, I do always bring a backup cable, and not just any cable, but specifically a Thunderbolt 4 or USB 3.2 Gen 2 cable. Most people don't realize that different cables actually affect data transfer and charging speeds. The included iPhone 16 Pro cable, for example, only supports USB 2.0 speeds of 480 megabits per second, I believe, while a Thunderbolt 4 cable supports up to 40 gigabits per second, which is super helpful when transferring big files from an iPhone to a computer. Apple's Thunderbolt 4 cable is pretty expensive, but I got a cheaper one off Amazon for like $30. And speaking of file transfer over to the iPhone, I also use this portable card reader like this one here. If I'm on a trip and want to dump the photos right onto my phone, I'll just throw the SD card into this and then export it via the Files app on the iPhone. If your older iPhone uses the Lightning port, then you can just get a Lightning to USB-C adapter for a few dollars and it still works a charm. One of my most used iPhone accessories has to be a solid pair of headphones, and I cannot go past the AirPods Pro 2. They're just too good. The sound quality, active noise cancellation, and portability is just unmatched. Whether I'm like at the gym, taking a train, or even just at home, I'm always using these to listen to music or casually watching content on the iPhone. They're not cheap at $250, but if you do get a lot of use out of it, it's totally worth the investment. I use these over my headphones like 8 out of 10 times when I'm leaving the house, and even on planes to watch movies with a wireless transmitter. A great budget alternative is the Soundcore Liberty 4, which is a fraction of the price for like 80% of the AirPods Pro sound quality. I know at the start of the video I recommended the Zeiss lens wipes, but I actually pair it up with Apple's official microfiber cloth as well. So I use this microfiber cloth for wiping down a few times a day, and I also use it with my MacBook too. So that's 2 birds, 1 stone. The reason I use Apple's more expensive $19 cloth is because it's double lined and it's the best cleaning cloth that I've used. But honestly, a much cheaper microfiber cloth off Amazon will do the trick too. Now that you've got your iPhone accessories all sorted, check out this video here to get your iPhone app sorted. It's a video where I share some of my favorite and free iPhone apps. And if you made it to the end of this video, comment the code word iGear and I'll give it a like, and comment your own favorite iPhone accessories. I personally love reading all your suggestions and finding new recommendations in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.